Welcome back, graphic design. So we are in week 14. Let me show it up here. This is our last week before you get a little break, which is kind of nice. So hopefully you're excited about that, but we want to make sure that we're finishing strong. And we are right in the middle, or I guess you're starting, but we will end right in the middle of a project of our big logo / branding project that has quite a bit to it. And so luckily, that gives you a little bit of time over break to continue working on this if you need it. But hopefully you get it done so you can really enjoy that break. And hopefully when we come back, you can make sure that you are ready to go, caught up on everything, and we can continue on finishing this project and then wrapping it all up for our final portfolio. So let's look at the schedule and see what that entails. So Wednesday, you have our weekly update, and then you have a little video here that I created introducing you to logo design. So you probably know what a logo is, okay? We all know what a logo is, but I go into more detail about what makes a logo creative, simple, interesting, tips, trends, and things to look for. And so it's not a super long video, but make sure you watch it to help give you some ideas for your logo design that we're going to be doing for that brand that you came up with last week. Okay, so you should have your mood board close while you're doing all of this. And then here are the slides that I use while I go through that. Then today, we are doing something a little different with the weekly discussion. So instead of doing a traditional discussion, I'm challenging you to play with some online logo maker websites. There are tons of them out there where you can kind of piece together and create different logos. And so if you click on this link, here's what's going on. We need your help. Lead Innovation Studio. Okay, so I'm technically a lead teacher, even though I know a lot of you guys are Park Hill South. But Lead Innovation Studio has a new school store. It opened this year. It's pretty cool. We call it the Lead Outlet, and they have asked us if we can design their logo for them so that they can have like a big sign behind the space where the door is. So hopefully one of you will have your logo blown up and on display for a long time. So you're probably not feeling equipped to actually create the logo yet, because that comes later in this week where I actually teach you how to create it from scratch. But I thought this would be a great opportunity to utilize some of those free websites that are online that you can play with and walk through creating a logo. Now, usually, we're not going to use those for our actual final product, because I want you to learn Illustrator and create something completely original, completely from scratch. But if you're in a bind, you need a quick logo, there are these really cool websites such as the logomaker.com and the free logo design. And I'll just pull up one of them really quick. So you can see, you can just type in Lead Outlets. You can categorize it. So technically they're selling shirts. Combine that just for fun. So shirts and different retail kind of items. So we can do that, get started. But the cool thing about this, and so it starts to give you some different ideas. Lead outlet, lead outlet, lead outlet. The cool thing about it is they really just want the lettering that looks really interesting and different, and they're not even saying it has to be a specific color. So usually we use dark blue and maybe gray as the main colors for lead stuff, but we don't necessarily have a specific logo or mascot. And so there's a lot of free range, and they said have fun with it. They really want something fun and interesting and catchy. So You can walk through these and create your own. And then when you're done, you're just going to snip the design from whatever websites. It might ask you to purchase it, say no thanks, and just snip it off of there so that you can throw it into weekly discussion number 14, and then just describe which site you used and what you did, okay? If you want to use a site that's not on here, you can too. There's more than these two, but these are just two that I know work. Great. So hopefully that will help you become familiar with the logo process, and will help out the lead outlets. So very cool. Then on Thursday, I give you a little more time to finish that up. You can spend some time with that. And then I have another short video. It's all of these videos this week are me walking you through the difference between Illustrator and Photoshop, because you're about to jump into Illustrator on the next day. And I want you to understand why we're using Illustrator and what those major differences are. So make sure you watch that and follow along. Then on Friday, I start actually talking about steps to be able to create your logo for whatever brand you came up with last week. And so I walk you through some steps on this instruction page. And then I actually show you and do it with you for a brand that I came up with as well. So you can complete that. The steps 1 through 5 are the shortest ones. So that's why I made it just one day, because honestly, you can just do it with me. And as long as you've done the other things you were supposed to do last week, it should be really fast. Then on Monday, you have steps 6 through 8, which actually take a lot longer. So you can watch that, and that's me showing you different ideas and actually creating the logo, not just putting things in there, but actually like transforming everything into vectors and then manipulating it. And so follow along, start that with me on Monday, watch the video and start it, but then you're probably gonna need all of Tuesday to continue that, okay? When we come back, we will finish up that logo. We will throw it onto a complete branding page, which will be your final product. And so if you wanna see a little example, here's the logo that I come up with in my video, but then here is kind of what the final product would look like. So the main logo, applying it to at least 2 products. I did 3. I'll show you how to make it into like a pattern if you want to do that as well. And then also having your color scheme on there. And that's what you'll turn in as your final thing when we get back from break. So you don't really have to worry about that yet, but I know it's kind of nice to see what the end game is going to be. And that's it for this week. So I hope you have an awesome week. Please let me know if you need any help. I know there's a lot going on, but I am confident you guys, these videos aren't terribly long, except for that last one that I gave you at least a couple days to work on anyways. So stay caught up so that you can finish strong and then you can enjoy your break. Be safe, since I won't have another video before we get back. So please be safe, take care of yourself, take care of others. Let me know if you need anything. Bye.